Good morning, Ninja Monkey guys. I hope you're all doing well. And ladies, obviously. I'm here in Okayama Station and I'm a little bit early for a change. Just a few minutes early, but I thought, what's the point of waiting around if I'm actually ready for once? And we're gonna go on a little bit of a walk, answer your questions, and hopefully you'll enjoy the stream. Thanks for watching. Let's turn things around. Right, let's have a look. Hey, how you doing, Mr. Ing? Hope you're doing well. Lil McGray, how you doing? It's a little bit difficult to do streams. Oh, look at the guy, he's like passed out. I wanted to go to the statue over here, which has had my curiosity since yesterday. And it's just coming up to 6:45 in the morning, 6:45 a.m. Lord McGray, thank you so much, dude. Thank you. I'm gonna need the morning coffee because, oh my God, it's 6:45, 6:45 in the morning. And to be honest, I wanted to do this yesterday. I wanted to do this tomorrow, which would have been the normal schedule, more or less. But tomorrow's a public holiday, and I'm gonna head somewhere which might be a little bit busy, so I didn't want to have the extra hassle. So I hope that that it will be Saturday night, Sunday morning, your time, wherever you're watching from, is okay. Hey, thank you so much. How are you doing there? Morning, Daniel and Yuka. How's little baby doing? Congratulations. So happy. Very cute. Very, very cute. Early bird. I wanted to do it a little bit earlier than this actually, but to be honest, it's been a little bit go for the last few days, and I think 6:45 isn't too bad. Let's turn things around. As always, if you have any questions related to Japan travel, we're in a train station or passing for a train station. Anyway. Oh, doing it tomorrow would have been harder for you. I understand totally. Yeah, by the way, is the sound coming loud and clear? I've got the microphone on. It's actually a public holiday weekend, so it's busier than a normal Sunday, I'd say, probably. There's been a lot of people, staying overnight for, doing the long weekend sort of thing. Japan, how are you doing? Not too bad a time for those of you in the UK, I guess. Just about, not too late. We are in Okayama. I'm going to show you now where we are in a minute. I'm just walking. So I'm actually going to do the stream. And after the stream, I've already got my bag and everything packed, and I'm actually carrying my backpack as we speak. After the stream, I will be going to Kurashiki, which is about half an hour away from here. I'll go down the steps. Just got back a few weeks ago from Japan, nice. Got to see Robin and hang with him for a few hours, waited to see your bathroom video with him. Well, that's going to take a little bit of time. It might actually end up just as a short. Well, it will definitely end up in my main video, but it will end up as a short probably at some point. So today, time is good, 22:46, not too bad. So today I'm doing things slightly differently. I've got up super early, I'm doing the live stream, then I'm going to Kurashiki, and my aim is basically to do Kurashiki in the morning, maybe till about lunchtime, and then return to Okayama and take it easy. So hopefully I won't be too burned out. Right, let's walk this way because there's a donkey, which we're not going to go into, but I want to give you a little bit of yeah, hit the like button, guys. And I think that it's starting to feel a lot more like summer. The morning is warm. Unlike when I was in Takayama, the mornings were really cool and dry. Here, you know, away from the mountains, I could tell it's going to be a hot, stuffy and humid day. Yeah, if you get up at 4 a.m. in the summer, the chances are that the sun's going to be out already. Little bus terminal here next to the station. Good morning, how are you doing, Eric? How come you never wear a baseball cap to help with the sun? Actually, on that note, Lord Grey, check it out. I am definitely wearing a baseball cap now, as from now on. You know, I'll keep it when the sun sort of like hits that point, which is going to be around, I'm guessing, 11 a.m., 10:30, 11 a.m., I'll start wearing a baseball cap. But you're absolutely right. The reason why I haven't worn a baseball cap has been because hasn't been much of a need, believe it or not. In Takayama, the first day was raining. The second day was drizzling, which I actually enjoyed very much. And then in Takayama and Shirakawa-go, it was quite cloudy. I wouldn't say it was hot, but it wasn't like crazy hot, you know? Have you heard the cicadas? Yes, I have. And if you're lucky and you stick around, we're gonna go to an area, hopefully, next to like a river, and you might be able to hear them. You're up early. Where are you heading to? Eric, actually, I'm up just for the stream. I have specifically made an effort to get up early to do the stream, and then that will mean that I'm on time to head to Kurashiki later on. Kurashiki is such a lovely place. Wish I was there. I wish you were here too, dude. It's not very far. It's 30 minutes or so, I think, from Okayama Station. Right. Let's figure out. So now I don't know Okayama at all. I don't know it very well. So this is going to be fun because, you know, we get to explore together a little bit. I know there's a donkey there. Do, 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 do. It is nice and quiet though, I have to admit. I like the quietness of the mornings in Japan. Okayama can be quite a good base if you want to explore some other regions. Even, you know, getting from here to Osaka isn't too far, 1.5 hours on the Shinkansen. Hiroshima is just around the corner. Kurashiki around the corner. Onomichi around the corner. Lots of day trips you could do from here. You can do the art island also around the corner. Well, you know. When I say round the corner, you know what I mean. Like under an hour and a half or 2 hours on the train, round the corner, right? Right. So, what time is it there? Whoop, I need to put my passwords. 6:52 a.m. in the morning. I think I deserve a like. And if you're not subscribed, perhaps a subscription. I mean, I would have done this at like 6:15, but you know what? Realistically, I think it just would have, on a normal day, maybe had I not had such a, I wouldn't say hectic, but busy last 3 days, I would have happily done that. Is it a mega donkey? We have a donkey here, indeed. You can see that the streets are quiet, not just because it is in Tokyo, but also because it's Sunday, although it is a public holiday. Now, what I noticed actually was a lot of people were heading out of Okayama, like they were on their way to Kyoto, on the way to the big, basically, the Golden Triangle? It isn't just a Golden Triangle for tourists, for foreigners. It's a Golden Triangle for Japanese people too. And a lot of people were heading, hey, Jim, thanks so much for the super chat. Let's read it. Got to keep you fueled up to be able to continue to race at your relaxed pace of a full tilt boogie. I'm enjoying where you've been. While you are baking in the sun, I'll be enjoying 15 degrees Celsius. You're so lucky. In night rain, nice. Summer, like winter, is different. And also we had Ohio from Amelda. How are you doing? And PJ is here also. Nice. Let's carry on walking. Like I said, this isn't just a street stream. It's fun. It's different. It's not Tokyo. So you might actually end up seeing something a little bit different on this stream. Although Tokyo is humongous, you can explore Tokyo forever. Anti-foreign sentiment is it's a buzz phrase, word. Is there an anti-foreigner sentiment in Japan right now? Maybe I'll cover that in the next stream. But in short, I have not experienced any anti-foreigner sentiment in the last week and a bit that I've been here. I've been here for a week and a day now, believe it or not, crazy. Donkey and anime in the same building, good job. There's not a Caesarea. Oh, I never leave. There's a Caesarea just across the street over there. Mark G, good morning. Oh, let's walk this way. This looks a little bit interesting. I'm coming at the end of August. Can't wait. Are you coming to Okayama also? I mean, I'm going to be in Okayama just for a few days, guys. Amelda, my plan for today, and I'll probably repeat it many times as people ask, I don't mind, is after this live stream, I will head off to Kurashiki, where I will spend the morning and part of the early afternoon. Kurashiki is sometimes referred to as sometimes it's referred to as Japan's Venice. Although there are many places referred to as Japan's Venice, not just Kurashiki. Let's read some little bits. Danny and Yuka, congrats, yay, Tokyo. Anti-plonker sentiment. But yeah, I have not felt any anti-foreigner sentiments. Although I haven't been to any of the major tourist places. And actually, when I was in Takayama, I'd actually go one step further and say that those, Takayama is better off because of the tourists. Because of the tourists, there are numerous more restaurants, and I can tell you from my experience from the last time I was there 10 years ago, it wasn't crowded. It was, I would actually say it was under tourists, like same as everywhere, possibly. I'll be in Tokyo and Osaka. Okay, nice. Tokyo and Osaka. Plenty to check out and see and do around those areas. Plan for today. Stay in the shade as much as possible. There's a Torikozoku here. I understand what happened, because yesterday I wanted to come to Torikozoku because I thought I want something quick and easy, and I got mixed up and I thought that this was Torikozoku here. And the guy's like, it's full, and I was thinking to myself, that's strange. Normally, like you're on a wait list in Torikozoku, right? Takayama Hira beef is all I ate for the last 4 days, whilst I was there. How are the prices this trip around? How much inflation? I think inflation is hitting everywhere, around the world. I wouldn't say, if you're a return traveler who's been here in the last 2 years, at least, I don't think you're going to notice a very big change, other than possibly hotel prices. I think that's a big one. Now, if you book things in advance, you shouldn't have too much of a problem, to be honest. I book my hotels, I would say they're 15% higher than the last 2 years, maybe 20% higher than the last 2 years. But then again, the yen is a hell of a lot higher than 2 years ago, so it evens out a little bit. Have you been to Tateyama Kurobe Alpine Route? I have not. Guys, you've got to leave me things to explore, right? Look, we welcome travelers. That's cute. Anti-tourist sentiment, come on, really? Yesterday it was so hot that my gimbal was like struggling a little bit. I will walk a little bit longer and then I'll get myself a coffee from a vending machine. Guys, thanks to your donations. And if I don't read the comments straight away, it's just probably because it's a difficult place for me to stop. Either I'm in the sun or there's a little green man just up ahead I don't want to miss. Because I can't really read and stop. I need to stop to read is what I'm saying. I'm going to walk down this canal actually. Is this a little walkway thing? Ooh, cute. Okay, let's walk this way. We've begun to book our trip in the fall last time I visited was in 422, and yes, the hotel have much higher than last time, but I do see a better price in Airbnbs. And actually, Dr. Link, if you're booking for 1 year in advance, you're actually doing, might be making a mistake, and it might actually be the reason why you're getting higher prices, or significantly higher prices, because usually when you book, don't book for until at least 6 months before. A lot of hotels and accommodation, they actually do not, they don't open up their reservations or the rooms till 6 months before, and you are basically getting inflated prices because there are less rooms. It's nearly as if you're booking just before your trip in a way, because instead of having 90% of availability, you're literally having maybe 40% availability. So just bear that in mind. It's a good idea to tentatively book. You wanted the cicada sounds, right? It's a good idea to book things a year in advance, to have that like free reservation just in case as a backup, 100%. But booking 1 year can be a little bit too far, you know? Let's read some other comments here. 2023 Yokohama, July. My phone nearly died because it ran too hot. I get it. I'm sorry if you already answered this, but what area are you in right now? No problem. I'm in Okayama. Okayama City is a city that makes a good location for visiting. Hiroshima, Onomichi, Kurashiki. You could go to Osaka easily from here. Saludos de México. Muy bien. This kind of little pretty surprise. A nice walk. Oh, the sound. The sound. I'm going to regret not spraying mosquito repellent on my legs, which is what I've been doing, and I forgot to today because I was busy setting up the stream. Will I get a boat in Kurashiki? Well, hopefully if I get there early enough, yes. That's going to be the first thing that I'm going to try and do. It's a public holiday, so that's my only worry. It's quite pretty, this area. Maybe this might be the perfect area for me to get myself a vending machine coffee, sit down. But I always find it fascinating how, you know, it's such a beautiful little walkway here, but yet there's no real place for you to sit down. It's so typical Japan. Oh, there's a bench there. Wow, there's a bench there. Surprise. Let me get a coffee. There's a vending machine there, I can see. Oh, let's go this way. Lack of benches. Does anybody ever say that in their like tourist, you know, sort of like culture, reverse culture, sort of culture shock sort of thing? I am off to Onomichi tomorrow, hopefully. Actually, originally my plan was to do Onomichi today and to do Kurashiki tomorrow, because I hadn't realized it was a bank holiday, you know, a public holiday. And I thought, if I go to Kurashiki on a Monday, it'll be quiet. Okay. see the world through the eyes of others. I mean, if you can't make it, it's a great way to support others and support yourself at the same time. Right. I'm going to give you a little bit of a insight into what on earth I get off to trying to pay for. What a horrible. So I got my bag here. My cans. And let me just hold this, sorry guys, it's so difficult to sort out coins and hold a gimbal at the same time. You've got no idea. Is there even coffee here? Oh, if there isn't coffee, I'll just have it ready for the next one. I'm just gonna get a 500 yen coin because I can't be bothered counting. Right. Okay. This is the main problem with with coins. That is that at some point you're like, oh, I can't be bothered counting. I'll just put a 500 yen in, which will give you more change, more change for your pocket, make your problem even bigger. Right, let's have a look at what we have. Top shelf, okay. Thanks there, David. Always need a change bag, indeed. I should carry that in my pocket though, but my pocket's kind of heavy. I think latte, craft boss latte, sumitai, it says that sumitai, cold. There's nothing hot now in the summer. Usually in the winter there'll be 1 row or 2 rows of hot stuff, but no. All right, let's do this. Have a brand new 500 yen coin. This style of coin sometimes has problems, believe it or not. Some of these machines are not updated, even to this day. And these coins are quite old. No problem. Good. Thank you. And don't forget your change. Unlike in other countries like the UK, where the change mostly comes out, automatically. Japan, you cannot forget your change. Right. First coffee of what I'm sure will be many, many coffees. Oh yeah, Loma Grey, those coin holders are pretty good, but they're just a little bit clunky for, if I was a normal tourist, and I wasn't carrying a gazillion things in my bag, I would probably get one of those because they're pretty cool. You can put all the 100s in one place, the 50s in another little compartment. They sort of slot in. Is that what you're talking about? The ones that slot in? But unfortunately, I'll show you in a minute what my bag sort of looks like. I need to have something a little bit more flexible, something that that can squish into locations. Right, maybe over there might be a little bit better. I can sit on a bench further on. Let's see. By the end of the trip, you run out. You, my man, are a pro. Because I, by the end of the trip, end up with 2 kilos of coins or something like that in my pocket or in my bag. Right, maybe I can sit here on the floor and use this like a little ledge. All right, let's do this. Everyone. Hello, there's a little dog here. Right, let me just get my gimbal ready. Oh, there's a few ants on this side. Maybe this side is better. All right. Ooh. All right. There we go. And this is the perfect opportunity to take off my bag, maybe show you what's in my bag, or partly what's in my bag in a minute. Might have to find somewhere else. This place is ant-ridden. I found another place I can go to. Might be even better actually, hold on. Too many ants there. Let's see. Moving away from the ants, guys. Last thing I need is ants in my pants, right? Just less ants here. All right. Thank you for the super chats, those of you who have sent me some. Gazumi, I'm not in Kurashiki yet. I'm in Okayama. Okayama also has a little, stream. Kampai, thank you. Let's read. Cicadas are very loud. I agree. Best way to get rid of to use it. At a convenience, I used 2 coin purses. One had 100, the other one had 500. You are so organized, my friend. Super organized. Type here. I don't envy you, Nathan. 12 past 7 and already 27 degrees. I don't know what the temperature is actually, but what is the temperature? What is the temperature? Let's see what Siri says.
It's about 27 degrees.
27 degrees, you're right, man. Hey, City Ruse is here also. And that's right. They're like knuckle dusters, you're right. There, Tokyo Liberty. Right, let's have a little bit of a drink. I don't want to sit here for a while, but this is your perfect opportunity to ask me any questions whilst I'm sat down. Hopefully the sound is okay because I'm wearing a microphone and the cicadas are not overly loud, because in the past cicadas have actually been louder than my voice. What's everybody been up to? It's been your Saturday, right? Oh, I'm messed up. I can't remember what day it is. I don't know what time it is everywhere. I tried to schedule this originally for Sunday morning. I got mixed up. I did it for your Saturday evening. It is what it is, right? They are louder than me, no way. I'm Gazumi, I'm heading to Kurashiki. Well, I am walking in Okayama, and then I'm going to be going to Kurashiki on the train. They're really loud. Okay, you can hear me fine? Good, because trying out this microphone, well, not trying, by now it's been tried and tested. It's 7:16 a.m. Dr. Link, thank you so much. Espero que tengas un magnífico viaje. Siempre veo tu canal y vídeos y gracias a ti. En mi último viaje fue de gran ayuda. Bendiciones. Thank you so much, Dr. Link. Dr. Link said I hope that you're having a great trip. I always watch your channel and videos. Thanks to you, my last trip was of a lot of help. And it says, like blessings. Thank you. I'm gonna finish this. I might actually walk back to the vending machine I got this at, just so that I can dispose of it. I speak English, I speak Spanish, and I pretend to speak Japanese. Yeah, I can hold the microphone closer to my mouth. Is that better? Is that better? You've been bragging about Hida beef so much. I'm barbecuing a T-bone steak. No way. I tell you something, yeah. Jim, we need to do, if we coincide, we need to try and do a Hida beef sort of, somehow Hida beef meetup. Let's see. We will pack it today for a spontaneous trip. Spontaneous. Wow. I don't know if they have noise cancelling. I think I'd have to go into the settings. To be honest, what I love about these little microphones is how quick, easy, and how brainless they are to set up, unlike the other bigger ones where I feel like I'm fidgeting and fumbling around all the time and I just end up giving up. So this has been a very good investment because it's just super easy and quick. Dr. Pepper guy? Not yet. Who's Dr. Pepper guy? Alright, see what's happening is, maybe that's better. But I can't walk with my microphone whilst I'm, streaming. So my bag looks a little bit like this. Oh. Let's see if I can show you a little bit of my bag. Yeah. Here. 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 Wallet, coin purse, little thingy, DJI. I mean, it's like Mary Poppins bag. I have the extension for the thing in here. I have a whistle in here. I've got another microphone. I have a little tripod, and this is just a top pocket. I don't want to lose anything. I better put it back. And then inside, I'm not going to bring out too much inside, but inside I have my big tripod and I have my big camera, and I have some extra batteries, and obviously let's not forget that this gimbal has to fit in this bag also when I'm done with the stream. Alright, it's carry on walking. What shall I do when I arrive in the Tokyo airport? Should I buy a suica and eSIM? Well, my friend, School of Alchemy, you should get your suica from the airport if you can, or if you have an iPhone, get it set up beforehand. And as for eSIM, I am using Sakura Mobile right now, and you can actually help the channel out by using Sakura Mobile too. Head off to www.ninjasadu.com/Sakura. Maybe one of my mods can put it in there. Where's your coat rack popping, Nathan? I don't know what you're talking about. Right, let's carry on walking. Let's carry on walking. The nice thing about having a microphone is that I can get far away from the camera and you should still be able to hear me. All right, everyone, that was a nice little stop. I'll have to stop again at some point. Well, I'm sure there'll be another. No, I'm gonna get rid of this now. Let's not be a rookie, because it's gonna be one of those things that I was just about to say. I am sure that there'll be another vending machine soon, but those are the sort of like famous last words where you end up carrying it with you. Oh look, there's a vending machine there with some trash. I'm gonna put it over there. Guys, if you have trash, just dispose of it ASAP. Do not be do not think for a minute that you might be able to find another bin at some point. School of Alchemy, instead of thinking about a good specific Airbnb, just think of a good area, and I have a whole video about different areas that you should check out. It's a hotel area guide, but really just think of it as an accommodation area guide and try to find your Airbnb to suit your needs according to the area. It's an area according to needs rather than you know, the best area. Are you young? Then these areas might be good. Are you old? Then these areas might be good. As Roma Gray is stating, it's very difficult to answer. There are many factors. Yamanote Line is a good one, but it just really does depend more and more what type of a tourist or what type of a traveler you are. Oh, well, let's streamline that in Kurashiki. You know what? I might. But it will be on Happy Gaijin channel, which you should check out. We'll see. Like I said, I don't want to super overdo it today. Let's take the thing back to where it belongs. Oh boy, we have a little bit of a predicament here. This is... Oh, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. All right, let's walk a little bit more. Well, let's cross at the next crossing. September is not necessarily a rainy season, but it is the tail end of typhoon season. Typhoons generally only affect an area for 2 days. And they're not really as scary as it might sound, mainly because Japan has such a good preparation, not warning, but sort of like they're so good at forecasting typhoons that you can actually plan around the forecast. So many vending machines. Actually, when you stream this in the morning, it's a great way to to get a sense of the city, you know? Connection, I don't want to like do like the whole famous last word sort of thing, but the connection has been pretty good so far. Hey, you can ask questions on here also, and you can also watch. Look, I can answer a question here, but the videos will give you a lot more insight, you know, a lot more detail. So I think what I'll do is I'll walk around and I'll go back to the station via like the streets. I'm just intrigued by that little tunnel of lanterns up ahead. It looks pretty nice. Ah, Gazumi. Yeah, I think when it comes to any more streams, it all depends on how the day goes, you know? And also how much battery I have, I guess. Kind of pretty, huh? Lots of statues. Cute. If you're a budget traveler and you're trying to work at $20 a day, I mean, it's not impossible if you stick to combini foods and stick to set menus at lunchtime. Basically, if you were to eat a set lunch from many set lunch places, that will cost you 1,000 yen or 1,100 yen. And if you were food or maybe ramen in the evening, you would have no problem, although you would be limited, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it will be a little bit more limited. All right, we're back, And we had a super chat that I just missed. Let me just carry on moving to move away from this spot. Hey Nathan, thank you so much for the videos. Do you think I should go in mid-spring or winter? Planning a trip. I think it depends on what sort of like weather you want. In terms of mid-spring, you're gonna get a lot of very beautiful, you know, like, well, both are good, you know. I would choose spring, unless I have to choose winter specifically. Winter is great if you want snow, snowy scenes, that kind of thing. Basically, there's no wrong answer. Yeah, my signal went choppy. Why? Why did my signal go choppy? Because I said, I jinxed it, didn't I? I feel like people are starting to wake up now. Hey, School of Alchemy. I actually don't live in Japan. This is the, I guess, let's go this way. I guess this is a unique thing when it comes to my channel. Am I the only potentially one of the few creators that to Japan content that doesn't live in Japan. So I could give you some very different insights, you know? Ooh. Any drinking stories yet? You know what? It's been, I think that I've gone past like my busiest days have been the last 2 or 3 days. Whew. My busiest days have actually been the last 2 or 3 days in terms of I've had to travel. I had a little bit of a packed itinerary in Takayama. I went to Shirakawa-go. It was a very early morning. Here we go. As I was saying, that I went to Shirakawa-go in the morning. It was a very early morning. So the last few days, I would say, I've been a little bit busy. So in terms of drinking, it's only been sort of like, had a few drinks just to chill in the evening, rather than the whole like, let's thanks for the advice. I enjoyed both types of scenery a lot. Nice, great. I'm glad I found your channel. I was watching Nomad Push and Oriental Pearls collab the other day, and you were in it. Yeah, I like your channel. Keep it up. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you. Hopefully I could help you guys out, you know. I've been in touch with Robin the last few days. He's in Ibaraki at the moment. Actually, interesting story about Robin. Interesting Nomad Push story. Just goes to show how many people are watching him right now. I was in Shirakawa-go on the bus from Takayama to Shirakawa-go the morning that Nomad Push put out his video, and as I get off the bus, I'm in Shirakawa-go, and there's this I think it was like a French tourist couple, and the guy turns to me and said, "Excuse me, I think I saw you on YouTube," and I thought he was gonna say, you know, like he's watching me because of one of my videos, Ninja Monkey videos, whatever, like packing. But no. He had seen me in the Nomad Push video literally that same morning when it had been released. And he's like, "I can't believe I've seen you here in Shirakawa-go when I just seen you in the video with Robin." Kind of funny, huh? Starting to make my way back to the station. I'm sort of guessing my way back to the station. Is that a great way to say it? I'm coming for 2 weeks in mid-August. Excited, but wondering if it's worth. By the way, my answer to you, Ian, is absolutely it's worth going north. I would say that the Golden Triangle is absolutely worth it. And I'm not going to be one of those YouTubers who sort of says, "No, stay away, don't go." You know, like there's a lot of there's a lot of, let me turn the camera around. There's a lot of there's a lot to see in the Golden Triangle, which is why they're popular. And I think that your secret sauce to your trip would be to, yeah, if you want to do the Golden Triangle, do the Golden Triangle, obviously. But if you do, then add, 30% of your trip should be away from the Golden Triangle. Add a few little a spice of different places here and there. And if not, if you really want to, keep away from the Golden Triangle, then simply head north or south. North will be cooler in the south. Well, it will be cooler-ish. It will still be hot. It will be cooler-ish, But there'll definitely be less tourists. But you know, heading away from the Golden Triangle does also have its own, has its few like challenges. One of them being transport. You need to be a little bit better planned. The buses might not be as frequent, the trains might not be as frequent. You need to jot down the train times so that you don't miss anything. You know, there can be a difference between one train taking half an hour to get to your destination and the next train taking 4 hours, you know, like, so you need to factor all those things in. Appreciate your stream. Thank you so much. Entertaining the office with your live. Hello, office. From Japan, from Okayama. Oh, starting to warm up now. The surface. You don't want to look at my face. You want to see Japan. I mean, I'm a little bit away from the station. I've walked quite a bit. Oh, and I'll tell you a little story about how on earth, right, this is a little bit of a tip, I would say. And that is, when you are coming to Japan and you want to purchase something, like in a big camera or Yodobashi or whatever, a store, like a big store, then do yourself a favor and don't show them the text. Show them the image, because I wanted to get myself a hot shoe sort of, oh my goodness, I'm so drunk behind me. So drunk, the girl can't even walk. Check it out, can you see it? Oh. She can't even walk. Anyway, sorry. I didn't want to show her face, you know? Oh yeah, well, what I was saying was that if you are trying to buy something in Japan, and I wanted like a little adapter. Now I found just a random adapter on Amazon Japan or whatever, and I showed the picture, but the picture had the text underneath for the make and the, you know, the name and the make and all that. And the lady went and checked, and she said, sold out, you know. So I started walking around the store, and I found an adapter, a similar adapter to what I was looking for. Basically, the moral of the story is that in Japan, sometimes these stores, they can be very single-minded. They don't do the whole like, this one's not available, but we have this one available instead. You know, are you interested in this one? No. They will literally find the one that you specifically showed, even though there might be 50 different equivalent products. They will show you the one, or they'll try to give you the one that you showed specifically. So just be aware of that. Well, let's see, any more? Just trying to read your comments, guys. Have you tried flying other parts of Japan, like Tokyo to Kyoto, etc.? Yeah. In fact, I'm going to be flying to Sapporo from Tokyo in a few weeks' time. So stay subscribed, and maybe I can tell you my stories about that. General rule of thumb I use for Shinkansen is, if I can get them for hours or less, I'll take a Shinkansen. Yeah, I would actually push that a little bit further. I would say 4 hours, 20 minutes, maybe. And it all depends also on how many changes there are, etc. You know. But yeah, I think that Japan Ichiban has a very good rule, and I would probably follow a very similar rule. I would also factor in a few things, like how many changes, etc. But yeah, Kyoto does have well, Kyoto and Osaka, they both sort of share the same airport, you know. Japan Airlines is offering some free flights domestically, but they have to be done in conjunction with an international flight, as far as I'm aware. I've tried to use that offer myself a few times. Never been able to make use of it because in practice, in theory, they are free. Obviously, they are free, but the problem is that sometimes those Japan airline flights can be a lot more expensive than some of the other carriers. So at the end of the day, you end up paying more for a free flight, if that makes any sense. Oh yeah, another thing also, one of the factors is definitely how much it's going to cost. Definitely, how much is it going to cost, you know? You know, the price comparison. Oh, check out these little trams here. This Okayama has a really cool tram system. Cute. I think, like, I'm not in Japan in September, but I think that around the beginning of September it will be not very different to August. What will happen in September at one point, in theory, is that the humidity will sort of like start to go. It might stay hot, but the humidity might start to go. Hey, Jennifer! How's the weather been? Love these streams. Thank you so much, Jennifer. The weather, well, I'm not going to complain, Jennifer. By the way, hello, Jennifer. Hey, George. I'm not going to complain, but I had a few days of rain. I had a day of rain in Takayama, and it was wonderful, to be honest. Walking the temple route, if you've ever been to Takayama, there's a little temple shrine route. It's called the Takayama walking course. Walking that with a clear umbrella when the rain was special. In fact, the last time I did that, it was exactly the same in the rain, and it was also special, you know? Number one. I've had another day of a little bit of drizzle here and there, which kept the temperature really cool. And then Takayama was a little bit hot during the day. However, in the mornings and in the evenings, the humidity, there was not a lot of humidity. It was much cooler, so it was pretty nice. And now in Okayama, it's like 28 degrees. It's 7:45 in the morning. It's hot. It's stuffy. I'm already sweating, but I think in the next hour or so after the stream, I'll be putting on my cap, my baseball cap. It was hot all the way to October, Dean, but was it humid? I think it was hot, but it wasn't, the humidity sort of went. Check out this dude over here. It's so cute. Yeah, the humidity makes a big difference, you know? Oh, post office. Cute. So cute. I am in Okayama right now. I'm gonna walk up through the station. I'm gonna walk to the other side of the station that I don't really know. Well, I don't know Okayama that well at all, but it's nice to see that there's some places open for coffee before 8 in the morning. Actually open at 7 in the morning, which is pretty nice. Actually, not even in Tokyo sometimes it's hard to find anywhere to get yourself a coffee before 7, to be honest, unless it's a Starbucks. Morning, Nathan. Hey, Mick. Everyone's waking up. I guess that now isn't a bad time to stream either, but I'd miss all my European awesome people, so I need to make an effort to stream for my Euro people, right? And my wife's family name just happens to be Okayama. Hey, how are you doing, Miss Okayama? Sounds like a beauty pageant sort of thing. How are you doing, Miss Okayama? Oh, maybe your wife was a beauty queen from Okayama. How about that? Gonna go up the escalators because there's no way that I am going to walk up the steps in this heat right now. And I think I might have to actually clean the lens. Good place to find a wife. Maybe. in progress. Ah. So this station, this is sort of like a walkway between, I think this is the west side and this is the east side, and it's like an overpass. The train tracks are underneath or above or whatever. And as a result, you know, there's all sorts of things here. I think this is a sandwich place, Kobe sandwich place. Ooh. Via de France, if you want to get some, this was a pretty big Via de France actually. Oh. The ticket office isn't even open yet. This is how early it is. Guys, opens at 8 in the morning. West side over there. I went to Okayama Castle yesterday and to the Korakuen Garden. You can check out that stream on Happy Gaijin, everyone, if you haven't. By the way, some of you might be new here, and I do actually have a second channel. If you like my streams here on Ninja Monkey, like whilst I'm in Japan, I actually am more likely to be more spontaneous and stream on Happy Gaijin. Maybe one of my mods, if there's any mods still awake, can add the Happy Gaijin link to the chat. So I'm more likely to stream, you know, like spontaneously. Oh, by the way, my hotel where I'm staying, which at the moment I'm not doing a very good job of filming hotel rooms because I'm getting to the hotel too tired. So this is my hotel here. It's actually like sort of part of the station, and it's in the same building as the Gyu. Very handy. If I want to get a taxi, very handy. Have I seen many foreigners? Actually, no. I've seen a handful of foreigners here and there. This is where I started the stream. I'm going to walk a little bit more. I think I'm okay for time. And I'm okay for battery also, which is something that I'm also very aware of. And also, I think I figured out how to balance my gimbal. So, bonus. Oh, you almost stayed at that hotel. It was super cheap. I can't remember how much I paid, but I do try to occasionally, you know, keep things down. That hotel room is pretty nice, and it's so well located. I mean, I literally rocked off the train, got out of the train station, and the hotel room was just there. Not bad, huh? It's actually a JR hotel. For those of you interested, check it out. Check out that building there. I'm guessing that's gonna be some kind of a love hotel. What do you think, guys? Maybe you can look it up on Google and tell me what the hell that sort of like European. It's got although it does have okay, if that is a love hotel, I'll be very, very worried because it's got a cross, like a church sort of thing at the top. So, to be honest, I think that when I live stream, because I'm streaming and I'm showing you things, I actually get to know a place better than when I'm just wandering by myself. You know, because that building over there, I probably wouldn't have noticed, to be honest. Let's see, can we go down some escalators? How's the connection holding? It hasn't been too bad. I think it's had a few issues here and there, but it's been pretty good overall. I'm not going to Okinawa this trip, unfortunately. Yeah, that's another, actually, there. M. Ryder has made a very good point. N. Ryder's just made a very good point. He says, it's a very quiet station, it's such a nice station, and actually sometimes it's kind of nice to stay at a satellite station. And what I mean by a satellite station is a place where you can base yourself, like Osaka, and do day trips, or Kyoto day trips, Tokyo day trips. It's nice to stay in a lesser known station like this, where you can actually access many day trips that you would have been doing from Osaka, or from Hiroshima, or from Fukuoka, or whatever. But this one's going to have way less, it's going to be way less busy. Let me just clean my lens, see if that is any better. I think it is. I love hotels where religious experiences happen. Maybe. Experiences. There's definitely some experiences happen. I'm not very sure if they will be categorized as religious. Maybe for some people. Some people might have religious experiences there. You're so funny, dude. We took your advice and stayed in Ueno, loved it, definitely staying there. Next time, mate. Awesome. Mick, I'm glad. I stayed in Ueno for my first leg of my trip. Loved it. Again. Next leg, I'm actually going to be staying somewhere different. Ooh, this looks kind of more industrial. I don't know if there's going to be much down that end, so let's maybe turn. Raining lately in Japan. How's the weather and road in your area? The weather, well, it was raining a few days ago because there was a tail end of a typhoon, by the way there, Mark. Right now, as it stands, I think that it's going to be sunny, hot and humid, maybe with a little bit of cloud here and there. I'm not in Tokyo, by the way. I'm in Okayama, which is further south, quite a bit further south from Tokyo. But I was looking at the weather forecast for Tokyo just yesterday because some friends landed there from my hometown, and I wanted to see what it was like. Right, let's see. I'm trying to... Let's loop round. Let's see if we can walk round to the front side of the station, and then let's see what happens. Is Ueno really busy? It can be, but it's that's a good question, by the way, M. Ryder. So I think that when it comes to Ueno, it just has a very interesting, very, like gritty, not gritty, but very Tokyo vibe. It's not high-rise buildings, unless that's what you want. If you want that, you can go to Shinjuku. But Ueno has more of a sort of like a mixture of urban, traditional, sort of like market, train line sort of feel. It's busy. The station is busy. It can be a busy station. However, it has a lot of links, which is possibly why it makes it busy. I mean, there's a few things that you need to like factor in when it comes to traveling or from a station, and that is how much access does the station have? You know, you can get the Ginza line, the Hibiya line, the Yamanote line, some of the Shinkansens from Ueno. It's a great place. If you want to stay somewhere quieter, you know, the likelihood is that there won't be a lot of access to a lot of places. I wonder, look, there's a Shinkansen over there right now. Just, can you get it? The tail end of it, just over there. Just the end. Ultimately, when it comes to stations, I think it's the factor isn't just how much connectivity there is, but it's also what type of a traveler you are. And what you're going to see. Right, I think I'm actually going to start looping back. How can I loop back this way? Yeah, the Gigo arcade in Akihabara is closing, my goodness. I haven't been able to assimilate the information. It's so sad, I swear. And I mean, the article said that the company's opening, or there's another company or whatever opening, but they're not opening in Akihabara, they're opening in some random other location. It does honestly feel like Akihabara, like people are, you know, is this the end, the beginning of the end for Aki? You know, the Aki that we knew, the Aki that people travel to, go for, all those arcades, all those gacha and anime and stuff. It just feels like increasingly more and more big names are just leaving and setting up in random places. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, and also, we'll have to wait and see what replaces it, because I don't think we know what's going to replace the area. Yeah, Sega opened a new building, but it's not in Akihabara. As far as I'm aware, it's not in Akihabara. It's in some other station. That, to be honest, I've never heard of. I've only, you know, heard of a few times. So, right, where are we? Oh, we're back where we started, which might actually be the perfect time for me to say a big thank you to everyone who has supported me on this stream. Your super chats, your PayPals, and your support being here. Hitting the like button if you haven't already has helped a hell of a lot. And if you're not subscribed and you like, you know, live streams and my other content, then maybe you want to check out my backlog of videos to support me even further. I am going to start ending things here on that note, because I think it's starting to get a little bit late for those of you in Europe. I'm going to catch a train. I'm going to figure out a train. I still have 55% battery, which is good, because I'm going to need a battery to navigate. I'm going to try and, well, I am going to catch the train now to Kurashiki, figure it out. Should take about half an hour. And I believe I can use my IC card to get there. I'm going to figure all that out now, thanks to Google Maps and my Sakura mobile that I'm using right now. That's actually helped make sure that this stream has actually happened. On that note, guys, thanks so much for watching. Stay positive. Check out my Instagram. I'm being quite active on Instagram, and also on Happy Gaijin. I am posting occasional like shorts that are members only. Take care, everyone. Thanks. Stay positive. Be Happy Gaijin. Be happy. Stay traveling. Stay safe. Bye.